This is the podcast about nothing with your host, Leo Black, the unfiltered voice.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? And thank God it's another episode of Podcast About Nothing. I'm your host, Leo Black, and this is another installment of Podcast About Nothing. I'm back again with another interesting show. Yo, man, it's been one hell of a week, man, and I'm here to tell you all about it, man, And yeah, what a week it was, I'm still wearing my shades, still looking good, The boy's fresh, guys, when the boy's fresh from the barber, hey, can't do nothing about that shit. But anyway, bro, we have another interesting show today. We have a killer of a show. We have a lot to talk about. So just tune in and don't move anything. Just make sure you subscribe, like, and also hit that notification bell so you can know whenever we are dropping that new episode. Because everybody's saying, thank God it's another episode of Podcast About Nothing. So don't get that behind. So today, before we get to our show today, bro, we gotta drink, bro. We gotta drink. You see, I've got my ice ready. I got my shit ready. So you know what? Today I decided to bring out the big boys so we can start drinking, so we can start maybe talking about these things, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So you know what? What else can I bring that can help me deal and be able to talk about this thing than that famous grandeur, So you know what? I decided to just bring out grandeur. So in the next episode, I'm probably gonna be drinking a lot of local alcohol brands. So just to see how good they are, So I just decided to start with this one. I went to Macro and got it for myself. And yeah, man, not sponsored or anything like that. So yeah, man, let's see how it tastes, man. Okay. So it tastes good here. We try it out on ice. The I swear. You know what? So yeah, man, we got a nice, interesting show today, and you know what? We just finished fixing this drink, so I can tell you all about it. Cause you know what? I can't talk when I'm fixing a drink, honestly. Cause when I talk about fixing a drink, I might just get myself drunk without even noticing. So you know what? I'm just gonna finish getting my drink, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna tell you all about shit. But tell about it all. Yeah, man. I hope you hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys are very excited about this episode. Namaste. Oh my God. Okay, now that is out of the way, we're gonna drink. Hope you also have a drink ready, because our show today is gonna be very interesting. And you know what? Sadly, we're gonna start our show on a very sad note. We've learned the passing of Costa Titch, man, another young man gone. As everybody saw those videos circulating when he was collapsing on the stage and everything, man, it was sad. It's truly sad what happened to the young man, and it's believed that he died at the hospital later that evening when he was performing at Ultra Music Festival, where he was seen collapsing there, and we were taken to a hospital, and he died there. The family confirmed that he's no more, and yeah, man, it's another artist gone, bro. 20-year-old, young boy, bro, who had a bright future ahead of him. He's no more, man. Yeah, man, it's been a very sad times in the music industry, and when artists are dying like this, and may his soul rest in peace. May his family receive my heartfelt condolences, and his fans also. Costa Titch was a young man full of life, full of energy. He started out as a Casper's dancer and everything, and made his way to the industry, and came to industry to be an artist, to dance, make music, and he did make good music. He was also doing a lot of stuff. He started doing hip hop, and I remember he was doing another song with the lead, aka, and also a Ricky Rick and Kanalata remix. And it's so sad that all those real artists who made that song are no longer here, man. He was there doing the album and a duet album with AKA also, and that's just sad, bro. The guy had a future really, 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 really bright for him, but he's no more anymore. And also, he was just announced to be having a partnership with Convict Culture Music, the record label owner, who is Akon. But now the man is no more. He's no more, and we just had to send our condolences to the fans and the family, because you lost another one, bro. Like, rest in peace, Costa. Young King gone too soon, bro. Like, Young King gone too soon. And yeah, moving on to another news and stuff that happened this week. A lot happened this week, bro. Like, and there was a funny thing that happened this week, bro. Like, everybody has been seeing this happening for a while, but I didn't think it was that deep, bro. Like, like, what is this beef between Sizwe Dhlomo and Vusi, bro? Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't get that beef. It's such a lame ass beef. I don't get why these people are doing whatever they are doing. Like, I honestly don't get it. Like, I feel like they're trying to, for me, that beef is just about egos. Like, them just, like, their egos, like, lashing out over nothing, bro. Like, there's nothing there for them to be even beefing about, honestly. Because even if you try to trace back where the ego started from, you will realize that it's stupid, bro. Like, it's just literally stupidity that is there. And these guys are just big egos. They have big egos. And I don't know why they're beefing, really. To just take it back, honestly, last week, Buster went into another, podcast to tell people and tell us why he's beefing with Sizwe, bro. Like, and he went there and told us and that his beef with Sizwe started from somewhat dumb stuff, But he went further to say that there's no room for reconciliation there. And as the beef is now escalated to a point that it has now involved families and his kids and stuff like that. So now it's no longer about just him and Sizwe, It's beyond that. But for me, this thing is just like, to me, it's just an ego. It's ego thing for me. It's their egos, and it's just those it's like those rich kids trying to beef over stupid stuff. Remember back in high school when there was two rich kids who had a beef and had a rivalry over sweet nothing because they're just rich kids. It's just reminding me of those times, honestly, for me. That there's no substance in that beef. There's nothing that really, really makes one say, oh shit, this thing is real. No, it's not. There's nothing there. Because honestly, it started off something as little as someone as accusing someone for stealing them their work or their ideas and stuff like that. And even that idea wasn't that idea was so great that the other one can steal it. Anybody could have thought of that. But it's just because someone else had said it first and then the other person said it and then said it also. Then now it seemingly became a beef because of that. But that's why I'm saying it's an ego thing. When someone says something and then someone else says it that you don't like and then it gets attraction, obviously you're gonna get annoyed because how come like my shit is not blowing up, whereas when someone else says it's blowing up, and worse, it's someone that I don't like. So that's why I'm saying that it's the egos, it's their egos, and it's ridiculous, honestly, for me. Sizwe Dhlomo has been someone who has been taking jabs at him, and Vusi has also been taking jabs at Sizwe. So it's just been a back and forth, which I don't know where it's going to end. Even Peltus was alluding to the fact that, they need to get to the ring, of which I doubt that's going to happen. I don't see those two getting to the ring, and I don't even think these two can fight. But you know what? Maybe we might have the fight on our hands here. But you know what? I don't know. I don't honestly see this as a fight, honestly. But also another thing that Vusi said in the podcast, he then said that Sizwe Dhlomo has earmarked himself as someone who is somewhat an OG in the industry, but he hasn't cemented himself in the industry, like in the radio industry. Someone who's been in the radio industry for more than 10 years, but it has no accolades. He has no recognition of some sort to make him be like, okay, he's something in radio. But he always like out there fighting with other rappers, other people, and telling them how to do work and everything about the craft and everything. I found it very interesting that he picked that point, because Sizwe Dhlomo is very respected in the hip hop industry. He's respected in the industry itself, you know. But when he said that Sizwe Dhlomo has been in the radio industry for the past 10 years, but he has never even won one award in the radio and everything, and it made me think. I'm like, shit, really? Yeah, this nigga has never won an award in the radio. Has not even been like a number one radio DJ in the country. Because let's keep it real. If now we have to like, okay, let's name top 3 radio DJs right now. I don't think Sizwe is in the top 3 or in the top 5 at least. You know, he's probably in the top 10 or something, but he's not in the top radio DJs and stuff like that. And also, Vusi goes further and to say that Sizwe Dhlomo hasn't done anything for himself. Only thing that he has is what his family gave to him, you know. So obviously that's kind of alluding to the fact that Sizwe Dhlomo is a trust fund kid, bro. So yeah, man, he said a lot of stuff, you know, on that interview, and I feel like that's just like a beef that is brewing for it's petty rivalry, honestly, but there is some substance in it. I can't lie. There is some substance in it, because honestly, there were things that he was talking about that I can literally look at and, okay, he's saying something. But to come back to their beef, Sizwe and Vusi beefing, what is the beef? What's the beef about? I can't tell you. I can't say what's the beef about, bro. There's nothing that could literally steer you to the start of the beef, because you can't tell me that that statement or whatever, tweet or whatever that is about the taxi strike that was happening, the idea that they both of them shared is the reason why both of them are beefing. And also another thing that Vusi said was that Sizwe Dhlomo has Vusi's number. You know, if he wanted to know why you jacking my shit, or why you sharing this idea when you know I've been the one saying, he could have called him, you know. But he didn't, and he took it to Twitter, and it's became what it is today. Because honestly, we wouldn't have known about it had he just picked up the phone and told him, yo, dog, I don't appreciate you doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Because honestly, as also Voices is saying that him and Sizwe had some sort of relationship. So obviously they would have been able to resolve that, because I don't think there would have been any beef. Because also, if you've noticed, there was more instances where Sizwe Dhlomo taking jabs at Vusi, bro. Like for instance, when the abuse thing came out, Sizwe was saying something about it. There was tweets about it, allegedly like seen. And there's so many things that you could literally even also vice versa. When something is happening with the other, there's always someone also talking about the other stuff, you know. It's just so crazy, bro. Like, I just find it like it's so petty, it's so crass. I don't understand it, man. I feel like it's something we're gonna be forgetting by the end of this week, because I don't think it's something that people literally need to like scratch their heads over. I don't think people need to really be worried about, you know, because there's bigger problems in this country than worrying about what Sizwe Dhlomo and Vusi are arguing about, because both of them had big egos. They start they know everything, and they very egotistical and everything. Like, everything is just like, bro, everything is about everything that happens between the two of them, to me, just doesn't really say it's like, oh, okay, there's something there's a beef, someone maybe punched someone or slapped someone. No, it's not that kind of beef, bro. It's a beef about words, a beef about petty stuff. And that's why I'm saying it's a petty beef that's going to end on Twitter with keyboards and everything. That's what's going to end. You know what? I hope they prove me wrong. I hope they take it further to the ring, and so we can see who is the man in between the two. Yeah, man. Enough about that. On what is trending also this week. Yeah, man. We gonna speak about the It Girls. Yeah, It Girls. Yay, the It Girls. Okay, yeah, apparently and allegedly, Nketsi and Zuzanjila are no longer together. Well, that's the news that is broken up this week also, and Okuntwerk, aka Nketsi, is no longer with, it's no longer staying with the husband, or that went on Zuzanjila. It is alleged that they've split. Reason being, it's unknown at this moment, but one can wonder what it is. But it's another rumor, guys. Nobody has really confirmed and come out to confirm and to say, like, yes, no, what. The only thing that has come out of this is just that Nketsi was out there rubbishing the bullshit that no, there's no such a thing. They're still very happy together and they're still doing okay as a family and stuff like that, because we saw some tweets and some Instagram posts and everything where she was rubbishing the whole thing, and she was literally like, okay, come on guys, I'm still in this, guys, wait, you know, I know you guys don't trust the It Girl marriage type of thing, but yo, I'm still got this one intact, so Zahara, you know, it's gonna come, but not soon, you know. I guess maybe it's that it hasn't come yet, you know, but the thing is, Faith was also on Twitter, like telling people that no, there's no such a thing, and also when she was sharing a video with the family and stuff like that, it was kind of like very telling us that okay, they're still very much together, but it's still very much like said that then she's even back to hosting in the clubs and everything, and she was singing and in one of the clubs, and she was there posing up in an all-white party that I think it was hosted by Konka, and I think it's the one that the Konka was hosted with the FAKA tribute, and she was seen there with LT, Les, and also AKO. Actually, there was a photo that was shared that made the news actually, where it was all Faith with Les, LT, and AKO. And everybody was like, oh yeah, Faith is back to the streets and everything, blah, 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 blah. And she came into like, no, come on, it was just a party and everybody calm down. But it didn't really make it seem like, it kind of like announced her back into the streets, that photo. I'm like, yo, I'm back in the street in some way. But anyway, yo, we're gonna be like watching the story closely, how's it developing and everything. But yeah, so far, like, they are really much saying we are back we're still together. There's nothing going on, and it's just everything is just it's been all alleged, and nothing has been true. Nothing is true as yet, and it's just theory, like stories, like and had been shared by people on Twitter and stuff like that. You know, yeah, man, I hope they keep it in the home, they keep it together. I hope their marriage is successful. You know, I hope they're doing okay, you know. Cheers to them, you know. From another It Girl to another. Yeah, it's an It Girl show today. Yeah. I hope you saw. I'm sure everybody saw that newspaper article that came out last week about a certain woman influencer from YouTuber who is dating a certain married man. Yeah, we're gonna talk about those now. Apparently, Mihlali's boyfriend has now been hit with a court order to return that luxurious car that she'd given his girlfriend, Mihlali. It's been alleged that in that Sunday World article, Sunday World article which alleged that businessman has been ordered to return the luxury car to his wife. The car was a gift to the wife, but the businessman then took the car back to give the famous YouTuber, which she was using at the time. Interesting. Sister, messy. And this is not even a photo. Anyway, guys, yeah, man. Another embarrassing pit girl story. But you know, like, the story is bizarre, man. Like, it's so bizarre. Like, everything about the story is bizarre. Like, to start with, why is Mihlali in this whole thing, bro? Like, why is she in this entanglement? Why is she entangle herself in such a story, like in such a situation, man? Yo, guys, like, there are brands and there are people that you associate them, like, about that you know you shouldn't be associating yourself with such things, you know? And she's one of those people that I saw her brand grow, and I was like, yeah, this girl is doing things, bro. Like, she's doing amazing, she's doing her stuff and everything. And, bro, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm really, like, even struggling to actually find the right words, like, to say what I want to say, you know. You know, like, not so long ago, she was celebrating 1 year anniversary with a married man. At the time, she was seen wearing matched outfits with a married man. She's dating this married man publicly and seen in pictures and everything, and they're allegedly still together and dating and everything. And now, allegedly, the car that she was given by this boyfriend / husband to the actual wife is now been taken back to their real wife, you know. And it's such a messy story. It's such a messy story. Like, I don't understand why would you involve yourself in a situation like that. Like, why do you actually wake up from a situation and say, yo, I can't do this. I can't be doing this, you know? And she's such a very, 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 a big brand. She made herself as a big brand, like, in YouTube and everything. And I'm sure everybody was like, yo, man, this girl is going far and everything. And she has done all of that. She created a brand from nothing and become something that was amazing, you know, and everybody was like partnering with her. Every brand was associating with her. But now I don't think brands want to do any business or brand association with her because of this nonsense that is happening. Because there's a circus that is happening around her. There's so much trauma that is very, very, very bad that is happening. And it feels as if like she's not really like, she's not okay to even realize that this thing is not right. But she's, I don't know, man. Like, I wish someone like wake up, like wake the fuck up and see this thing is gonna, bro, it's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect you in the long term, because there is, trust me, there is never gonna be a happy ending when there's tears there, bro. When there is a woman who is gonna be crying and kids who are gonna be crying for their father, bro, you don't wanna be there. But hey, man, who am I to say anything, man? Allegedly. But I'm saying that in any case, if ever you want, it's about the bag. I don't get it, bro. Is it about the bag? Because I was led to believe the girl makes her own money, and money is big and everything. And she makes the money from YouTube. She makes the money from all these makeup tutorials that she does, and makeup brands that she does, or makeup businesses open also. But now I'm struggling to grasp if it's really that. Because if you have your own money, why? Because I'm sure she can get any guy, bro. She can get any guy she wants. A guy that is not even married, a guy that doesn't even have kids and everything. But she had to go and be with someone who's married, has kids, and like this. And now she's a front page Sunday paper and like this. And even the husband is not even in the front page. His name is not even mentioned. She's now the face of this divorce, or if there is a divorce that is happening. Well, there might be a divorce. I think there is a divorce, but she's not the face of like there's like Zahara was such a brand, guys. She's a brand, like her followers and everything. She's a brand. Nobody could touch her, dog. She's such a beautiful woman. What a beautiful woman, bro. But yeah, one thing about South African women, man, I think women in general, bro, like they are believers of Umjona. They believe in my daughter, bro. They don't care if they have them to their own, as long as being daughter, they believe in you, because by believe in, like even the it's in the Shia is uzohlala unono noma 2 years noma 5 years noma 10 years kodwa ubethe uzomshiya. And that's what I think, bro, that is happening here. Unono is staying, and she was told something, because there's no way you can't be staying this long in a situation unless you were told something or you were not benefiting something. She was told something, and whatever she was told, she is now like hanging on to it. With your life, with like no, you feel happy and in the grand food. Like I can't see this story unfolding any other way but her being the villain in the story. Because I don't see her coming out as the queen out of the story. She's not. Yeah, man. Because if no matter what, guys, the situation, if the situation as bad as the situation is, it could make sense if maybe there was a great incentive. Maybe there's a great incentive that she's getting out of this, because I can't explain why would she be doing this, you know? Besides that she's tossed and everything, but no, women, they believe they're happy. And toss a woman believe in a method. And Futsi, didn't give them up. I'm not gonna make it about toss and stuff like that. But yeah, ne. Another story that has made news, that is happy Costa news. Happy woman who is doing something amazing. A happy woman who is happy in Costa, Zahara. Zahara has said yes to the 6 months pay, and apparently, well, Zahara took it to Twitter to share the news that pay work on 6 months. We said, will you marry me? And she has said yes, and she was so excited with a very light-hearted caption saying, you know, it's so crazy, man. It's so funny, but I'm so happy for her. If there's someone that deserves happiness, it's her. Like she deserves any kind of happiness that she could get right now. She's been in so many tabloids and so many friend stories and everything being talked about in a very distasteful way, you know. And also, like, if you watch a reality show, make sure you watch that reality show. Also, Zahara is Rise. Make sure you watch Is I Rise on SABC1. Amen. That show is amazing. And you could tell, even when you're watching that docu, like, she's coming from a very, very, very hard time, you know, from being in the news for the TS thing, her losing the house. Yo, bro, there's so many things I could say that had happened to this woman. And this is something that I could literally think, like, we're happy for you on Zahara, and I wish you nothing but the best with this new boyfriend, with your new journey with your fiance. this is beautiful. Congratulations. Yeah, man. Lovely Ashad. Shandis. Brand job. Hiya shy, bro. Hiya shy. Lord, it's heating. It's heating. It's heating. It's heating. It's going in. I can feel it, bro. Like, I feel it so bad. Like, it's so nice, though. It's so good. Yeah, man. We're gonna turn the story to another shopping story. Hey, South Africa, guys. I travel up to Lord, and every day there's a new story, and you forget which was in last week. But every day you wake up in South Africa and realize, you move. It's like a movie, bro. Like, we're living a movie in South Africa. And there's a story that is making waves and making rounds. Allegedly, the killer who was jailed for 50 years and mysteriously died in his jail cell has been seen alive. This man was he died in his jail, in his prison cell. Excuse me, in his prison cell last year, around May last year. But he was seen doing shopping, and hey, was seen doing shopping with someone, and it's now alleged that he is alive. This man is known to be as a Facebook rapist. He used social media to rape women from Facebook. Yeah. But now he's been seen shopping for Sandton. The story broke around last year in May that in 2022 he died in his prison cell. There was a fire in his prison cell and he died. And the funny thing is that in the story, when there was stuff being done in terms of DNA and everything, there wasn't anything conclusive to say this person was indeed the person that they suspect died in that fire. But now he's seen this. There was no DNA. And also the body was allegedly claimed by Dr. Nandipha, and it is alleged that Nandipha is the one helping this. I don't know, bro. Like, there's so much happening in South Africa, bro. Like, on top of load trading, we have a lot. We have a lot that keeping us awake. Nishai prison break. And it's so crazy, bro. Like, in the photo, allegedly, she was seen with Dr. Nandipha's daughter or nephew, sister, whatever. A family, something is of Nandipha, something. Dr. Nandipha, allegedly. And now the story is surfacing that this man is seen alive, going shopping and living life in Sandton. But there's people who died. There's people he abused and raped. But he's now out. South Africa, bro. You never cease to amaze me, bro. Like, there's nothing that literally amazed me in South Africa now. Like, we live in a it's pretty simulation, right? I don't understand the things we live for. Except, but let me tell you, the things we hear and the things that are happening in this world, bro, are beyond me. Beyond me. I can't understand half of the things that happen in this country. Because, like, I can tell you, like, from the bottom of my heart, I can't even imagine these things happening in any other country. But they can happen in South Africa, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. In South Africa, anything is possible. And and you will see things happen, bro. And futhi ngithi like you will think it will never happen, and it will happen. And when it happens, you're gonna get shook, and you're gonna think it's not him. So the main act was there was photo security around of him, and yeah, man, they literally like tried to zoom in and everything. It kind of did look like him. The police haven't come out and said anything, and the story was broken by another newspaper, another publication usually, where they said that this what you call Thabo died in 2021 in his prison cell in Malawi, has been allegedly seen alive in live shopping in Sandton. Photos have surfaced in his seat at the supermarket shopping and looking very much alive. And well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, there's so many things that are like literally. If you read an article, you can literally tell like that is a prison break, bro. That was a well-constructed prison break. And this man was jailed for 50 years. And he is now living his best life, normally like a normal citizen. And the worst part, like, why didn't he even try to go outside of South Africa again? At least, bro. It's so wild, bro. It's so wild. And it's seemingly, because also there was also one of the victims who was on Twitter, and it's seemingly that he was like actively keeping contact and trying to keep contact with burners and everything like that. And this every day you would see the scariest thing that was happening, bro. Like you see, okay, this person is still taunting his survivors and stuff like that. That is scary, bro. That is scary. Yeah, man. Anyway, let's move forward. And yeah, man. Let's go to my favorite segment, the Binge Corner. The Binge Corner. Yo, man, I'm gonna talk about my favorite show. Yo, I love this show. I love this show so much. Yo, man, I'll watch this show with my people, and yeah, man, I watch with my ex and stuff like that. I actually introduced the show to my ex, and she loved it, and she still loves it even now. And bro, yo, this show is great. And bro, like this like from season 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually everything, I can't fault them, bro. Like the storyline is amazing. But I have a problem with this with this current season, bro. Like I'm just struggling with this season 4. Like there were so many twists. There were so many plots. There were so many things they were trying to do that they tried to, bro. Like this Reese thing, bro. Like we thought we were thinking like this person is, bro. Wait. If you haven't watched it, please stop here and go watch it. Because I'm gonna drop some spoilers. Because I'm gonna big spoilers here. On part 1, it started very so like a bit boring, and it picked up very nicely, you know, when it picked up, because the storyline was very intriguing. Like Joe went to this a new country in England. Now he's a professor, Jonathan. Zimad has been like always trying to pick an identity, but now he was a Professor Jonathan to this new school, and it was just good and everything. And now he was mingling with the rich people and stuff like that, and you know, he always like watched these people living life and everything, people from their windows and everything like that. It's always been good, you know, from his he's from living, and like he was keeping it to himself and everything and stuff like that. He was invited to this party, and you know, in this party everything was good. He meets these rich people, they were partying, having a good time. And as they're having a good time, they party, he passes out. He wakes up in the morning and sees Malcolm is in his table, dead, with a dagger in his heart. And this man, and he doesn't know who killed him. He doesn't know. And now he tries to find the killer who killed him. The wife lives right next door. So they were living right next door. So Malcolm and Malcolm's wife, they were living next door and everything. So they die. Malcolm dies, and now he thinks maybe he killed her. And I'm like, no, it can't be her and everything, blah, blah, blah. Well, he first stitched the body out and everything, and then tried to figure who the killer is. And where we're still looking at that, another person dies. And when you're still looking at that, another person dies. And now he's trying to figure out who the killer is. And then he figured it out, it's Reese. Reese is the person that is running for presidency, in that, for mayor, not president, for mayor, yeah, in London, I think. And so he's running for, and his friends are like with these people, sort of like, they come around in their inner circle and everything. But he's a killer, at night. He's killing these people. So each, like he's talk about eat the rich, There's now what you call a serial killer who's eat the rich or stuff like that. And bro, like the story goes crazy. And on part 2, you figure out that there's no Reese here. Reese is Joe, bro. Because Reese, like, is living with Joe's head. Everything that Reese says and does, it's what Joe thinks he does, but it's what actually Joe do. So each and every person that has died, it's because of him. It's him actually that kills this person. All the people that died from that, from Malcolm, like a lot of people were killed, bro. Like Kate's father, also like Kate's father was killed very late, very, very late. But there were so many people that she killed. So like he tried, and then he figured that out very late when he had now went to Reese's house, because Kate's father said like he must kill Reese, and he blackmailed me to kill Reese. And then he went to kill Reese, and Reese didn't know he didn't know him and what he was talking about. And rightfully so, he didn't know shit because he doesn't know him. He's never done this shit. It's all in Joe's head. Yeah, bro, Joe is a psycho, bro. He's a psycho. That shit is crazy. And he goes killing him, and he sees like, yeah, bro, this man doesn't know shit. And then Reese comes back in his mind again, and he sees like, yeah, no, I killed the wrong person here. No, man, I killed the wrong person. The person is dead for no reason. And then that's when the shit goes crazy. Now he's trying to figure out where, and she is now trying to figure the whole thing, and she doesn't even remember where did she hide Marine. Marine, you can remember Marine is from season 3, I think, that ran away from him. And then he caught up with her and everything and put in a cage. And they'd be living there because he put in a cage. This guy's an asshole, bro. What an asshole. Yeah, man. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. And be upset like I was when I was watching it. And he ended up killing... Well, Marine, Nadia, Nadia kind of helped Marine, Nadia helped Marine get out, and then, Joe find out about it, and then she goes to jail, and because, John frames the guy, the man like frames her to go to jail, stuff like that. So it's just like it's a crazy story, bro. It's crazy. It's never ending. It's not ending in any soon. So that, yeah, bro, you need to watch that shit. You know, and then what you call there's so much, but there's so much drama that is happening within the Swedish people. Yeah, there's so many things happening. Things struggling with the father and everything, and also Joe killing Kate's father because Kate's father is not blackmailing is per se, like trying to control Kate's life in a sense, you know, and eventually killing him, and pretending to be like he was killed by his bodyguard and everything because he was taking money and everything. Joe tried to kill himself and fails dismally. A killer fails to kill himself. He jumps off a bridge. He wakes up. He wakes up in the in a hospital. Like, why am I alive? And yeah, he's very much alive, and everybody's like, shit, you are alive. You are alive. And Kate was like, you shouldn't do it. And Kate is like, now telling me, I'm like, yo, her father actually left everything with her and everything, and they gonna what, you must help him. And then let me tell you, they become this rich power couple who are now good, doing the good and everything. The PR is amazing and everything. Yeah. The story is amazing though. I don't lie to you. Unfolded, but the last season, bro, like they could have done better though. They could have done a lot better, you know. But anyway, that's the story that I wanted to talk about, and I'm sure everybody have watched it. And if you haven't, bro, go watch it, bro. It's amazing. I love it a lot. It's so amazing, bro. It's so amazing. Another show that should have ended last year, but now it's coming to an end. Thank God it's coming to an end. That show is coming to an end now. The Wife, The Wife on Showmax. What a mess. Season 3 is a mess. I don't know what it was. What was that, honestly? That shit is for vibes. That shit is vibes. Like, I can't understand how can you go from that first season to the second to this nonsense, you know? I understand people were upset about the show not resembling or actually being like the book. But now, when it's like, it's not even the book. Now, people who have not even seen the book, read the book, we don't even know what is this. It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense, honestly. And let me tell you, like, those people, they really took that show and ruined it. Yeah, I tell you. Like, when I can, bro, let me tell you about Nketsi Marriage, Mnet, and everything, how good they are with creating good shows and running it. There's so many shows that they've done the same with They've done this a lot of shows and shit, where they've created nice shows, season 1, season 2, but come the third season, they killed it. And bro, like, the story is so poor, bro, like, and The Wife is so poor. It's all over the place. Like, the totally violated, and another storyline, the king, bro, everything is just a mess. Like, I get what they're trying to tell, but try to make effort to make it seem very nice, very like, everything is terrible. And half of your cast leave on top of that, because you can't tell me that Dala leaves with his wife, Norbert leaves the wife, his wife also, I forgot it, her name, dies also. Like, how did the cast dies? And Umabo was the heart of the storyline in season 2. And literally many people were watching because of him, because he was the heart of the storyline. The storyline was leaving because of him. Now we kill him. He didn't even make it to 3, bro. I saw him on my podcast talking about that he didn't make it to, and he didn't know about it. He knew like later about it. I'm like, shit. And there's not people, bro. It's so crazy, bro. Like, and I feel like we just have to not kill good shows, guys. We can't be good shows for no reason, and that's the thing. And that was the Binge Corner, where I was speaking about Netflix, You, and also the show Max Show, The Wife. Thank you. Yeah, man, this is it for this week, man, and I hope you liked everything that we spoke about. If you like, subscribe. If you have any comment, put anything in the comment section, bro. Talk about everything that you spoke about, man. From the messy things that we were talking about. Yo, we spoke about a lot of things, man. We spoke about the passing of Costa Titch. May his soul rest in peace. We talk about the fake beef, fake or nyana feud with Sizwe Dhlomo, between Sizwe Dhlomo and Vusi. And we spoke about frequency and Zulu alleged breakup. And we also talk about Mihlali, what I say. Apparently the wife, there's been returned to the car, they returned the car to the wife. And we spoke about Zahara's engagement, and we also talk about Thabo Bester reincarnation. I'm saying that. Sounds crazy, right? And yeah, in Binge Corner, we talk about You, and we also talk about the wife. Yeah, man, this was this week's episode of Podcast About Nothing. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for tuning in. See you and peace.